Hello, and welcome to the Emerge Leadership Connection, where we connect you with the ideas and concepts to unlock legendary leadership so you can emerge and become who you were meant to be. I'm your host, Cody Dakota, and on this meaningful Monday, I will be your leadership coach, teacher, and mentor. On today's episode, we will talk about Mark Twain's thoughts on decisions, failure, experience, and action. If this is your first time listening to the Emerge Leadership Connection, stop immediately and go back to episode 0. If you want to get the full benefits that this podcast has to offer and emerge into who you were meant to be at a faster pace, then you will want to go back to that episode to understand the theory behind how each episode is designed to help you improve. Before we start the episode, I'd like to thank our supporters who allow us to continue to bring value to you, while also allowing us to support amazing causes that will impact our future generations. If you would like to find out more about the causes we support, as well as how to become a member of our family and help us reach more people in order to impact our future, please go to www.emergeleadership.club, where you can check out all of our episodes, including many supporter-only episodes, as well as get access to other exclusive member-only benefits. Again, that is www.emergeleadership.club to get that access and officially join our family. Also, while you're there, you should click the menu button and click on Books. My book, Legendary Leadership: How to Obtain Repeatable, Monumental Results, is currently in the running for the Extraordinarian Award for coaches with ideas that can change people, businesses, and the future for the better. And I need your help to win the award. You will see some awesome benefits that you can get for supporting the book, including personalized signed copies by me, a chance to get a limited edition, legendary edition of the book, appearances on this podcast, and more. Remember, go to www.emergeleadership.club to check it out. Now, on to the show. Today's words of wisdom come from Mark Twain, who said, "Good decisions come from experience. Experience comes from making bad decisions." So, great quote here from Mark Twain. When most of us think about making decisions, we have this idea that every single decision we make has to be the right decision. Otherwise, the world's going to end. It's something that most of us have learned from our academic education, where if you don't get an A, it's the end of the world. But when it comes to reality and how life works out in the end, that's not really how it works. Experience is what you need in order to make the best decisions. Now, it can be your experience, but you could also learn it from other people's experiences. But the best decisions typically come from the experiences we have in life, whether our own or from stories we've heard from other people. You can learn from other people's experience. But the thing is that the experiences we learn best from aren't usually from good decisions. Think about it like this. Have you ever heard a story where only good things happen, and at the end of it, after only good things happen, you have an only good ending? No, that doesn't work like that. The world doesn't like stories like that. We like stories of torture. We like stories of pain. We like stories of overcoming and triumph against all odds, because that's where we actually learn from. When we see something happen that isn't what we want to happen, we tend to figure out what is it that went wrong so that we can avoid that in our own lives. That's from the bad decisions, whether it's our own or others. And I know me personally, I've made plenty of bad decisions. Had experiences where I spent too much time around people, made decisions that I would look back upon and think, why would I ever do such a thing? I think we all have those decisions, but those decisions that we made in the past help shape us and become better. they become experiences. And those experiences help us make better decisions in the future. Now, one thing that Mark Twain touches on here, but doesn't really say explicitly, is that experience comes from action, right? So many times we want to make good decisions, but we're so afraid of making a wrong decision that we end up making no decision at all. And when you make no decision at all, not only have you not done anything, but you gain no experience. You gain no action, you gain no experience, you can't make good decisions at the end of the day. You just end up thinking. When you're actually going to get experience is when you actually take action on these decisions that come forward. And sometimes they won't be the right decision. There's nothing wrong with making bad decisions unless you make the same bad decision over and over and over again. When you learn from your bad decisions, when you make yourself better, when you turn your bad decision into experience to lead you to good decisions later on, that is the optimal place you want to be. And that's where you want to end up with every experience you had. You can also take it from other people's bad mistakes as well, so you don't repeat their bad mistakes. But you can't avoid all of the bad mistakes. You can't avoid all of the bad decisions. They will come forward. So my advice would be, don't be afraid to make a bad decision. Don't be afraid to make an imperfect decision. Just make the decision. And when you get to the result of that decision, figure out if it went right or if it went wrong. And then go back, learn from it, move on, change things, make it better, create a better future from there. We'll never get through life perfectly, but as long as we continue to make forward movements and continue to make better opportunities as we go along, that's where we really want to be. If Thomas Edison had failed 999 times and decided he was going to quit, we may not have any electricity today. We may not have the light bulb. If the Wright brothers had stopped after however many failures they had with creating a flying machine, we may not have planes in the air. If Martin Luther King Jr. had quit after giving so many speeches against the hate that was happening at that time, we may still have terrible, terrible racism like it was then. If people hadn't spoken out in the Me Too movement, we may still be having large segments of the world, of industries and companies that still tolerated that kind of behavior. We can't give up in the face of defeat, but we also can't be afraid to have defeat in our lives. So this is going to lead us into our coaching questions for the day. Where are you afraid to make a decision? What bad decisions have you made that turned out to give you great experience? What experiences have you had in the past that can help you make a good decision now? Where do you need to take action, even though you're not sure what the result of the decision will be? Welcome back, and congratulations. You are one step closer to becoming who you were meant to be. I'm excited to hear about the fantastic takeaways you got from this episode. I'd love to hear from you, so go over to www.emergeleadership.club right now and click on the tab to see how to contact us, as well as see our other amazing services. While you're there, if you would like to emerge into who you were meant to be even faster, then you'll want to officially join our family by clicking on the Become a Patron button, where you can gain access to exclusive member-only content that is absolutely amazing, including access to supporter-only podcasts, Q&A sessions directly with me, and the ability to get shout-outs on future episodes, all while also helping to support some amazing causes, which are actively working toward improving the future for generations to come. Just to make sure you got it, to join our family and get access to this exclusive member-only content and help some amazing causes at the same time, go over to www.emergeleadership.club and click on the Become a Patron button right now. I'm your host, Cody Dakota, and I'm honored to have spent this time with you today. My final message for you today, and listen closely, it's time. Wake up your potential. Let go of your fears and anxieties, and let's discover what is possible. Emerge and become who you were meant to be.